Bars.
Live from the Win DC radio studio in the shops at Iverson, this is the Balancing Act radio show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com, the Win DC radio app, Facebook Live and YouTube Live on the Win DC radio pages, and of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media.
Helping, just and also imparting some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like she got a wealth of knowledge on her own. So we gonna be learning from each other, teaching each other, and it's gonna be a great summer, y'all. So it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So of course everybody knows as advertised, we have coming at 11:15 Badhumn Arthaus. I know some people may have had issues pronouncing the name. I know I sure did when I first saw the name, but it's Badhumn Arthaus. So they'll be coming in and talking about the many projects that they got going on. They have a project, the Rye Bread Project, which is very much a compilation project with like a lot of different people, including the people that's in their crew, and as well as Dimensions, Dimes for short. He has his own project coming out, A School of Selfish in a Sea of Jealousy, I think it's in a Sea of Jealousy. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So we'll be talking to all of them about everything that they got going on, and of course playing the best and the brightest in independent music from the DMV and beyond. And I appreciate everybody who is tuned in via the Facebook, the live, and on the app and everything. I don't really have anybody who's checked in just yet, but I know people gonna be chiming in pretty soon, and appreciate everybody that's tuned in on the app. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in online. And we're not gonna waste too much more time, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get into the music. This is Danae Joy. This was on our 5 Alarm Blaze countdown from last week. She came in at number 2. Showing her love once again. This is Shake It on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
DJ Nikki Nice.
It's the time.
I actually like that tape. Soul Gang, J Heat, Hustle Every Anything. Hey, when you poppin', it's only about flipping, profits, dripping, faucets, people talking. You the topic, them haters watching. You know they love the gossip. When you poppin', it's only about flipping, profits, dripping, faucets, people talking. You the topic, them haters watching. You know they love the gossip. What do you know? I'm in the clouds, counting this bread while I'm blowing this. I done showed what I'm about, but they still try to figure me out. 10 toes, always holding it down. Stand alone, never been in the crowd. Keep my name in their mouth. Sneak this and try and get us some clout. Let me catch it, then I man them out. Been a man ever since a little child. Jumped off the porch, you was still in the house. Paper boy, I was running the route. Interstate ride 95 South. Up in the press, cause I know it's a drought. Leave me alone while I'm doing my count. I'm trying to double my dollar amount. Yeah, yeah. Think it's about time right now. Think it's about time right now. Yeah, yeah. About to go live right now. All the way live right now. Yeah, yeah. Got it lit right now. All the way lit right now. Yeah, yeah. About to go in right now. All the way in right now. When you poppin', it's only about flipping, profits, dripping, faucets, people talking. You the topic, them haters watching. You know they love the gossip. When you poppin', it's only about flipping, profits, dripping, faucets, people talking. You the topic, them haters watching. You know they love the gossip. What do you know? I'm in the clouds, getting some while I blow on this. I know that's your girl and y'all made a vow, but I cannot help if she digging my style. She f with me cause I keep it 1,000. Marry the game, I ain't walking the aisle. Getting money, yeah, I let that pile. Part of me while I loosen my bowels. Soul Gang do this shit from the ground. Only rule, ain't no fake allowed. All kings, only goal is the crown. Watch for these things cause these is foul. Same that had said they was down. Lips running, probably made it a mile. Stand up, y'all go ahead and sit down. They gon' be talking about me for a while. Yeah, yeah. Think it's about time right now. Think it's about time right now. Yeah, yeah. About to go live right now. All the way live right now. Yeah, yeah. Got it lit right now. All the way lit right now. Yeah, yeah. About to go in right now. All the way in right now. When you poppin', it's only about flipping, profits, dripping, faucets, people talking. You the topic, them haters watching. You know they love the gossip. When you poppin', it's only about flipping, profits, dripping, faucets, people talking. You the topic, them haters watching. You know they love the gossip.
You hear this spot right here? This could be your spot where you pull your new customer. If you're a nascent or established business or entrepreneur and you believe you have the right product for our audience, then advertise with Bars. For more details on our rates, packages, and deals for first-time clients, email balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Hey, come here. Yeah, you. Phil told me to come talk to you. I was looking at your eyes and it tells a story. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic. 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 Now I came to tell you this. I can see the pain in your eyes and I'm here to dry them and turn them. But I'm like a vampire. You got to invite me in or you invite me in? Well, let's begin. I'm the calm before the storm. In the aftermath, before I can give you sweet harmony, I have to rub up your feathers. But I will show you life's beautiful treasure. But first you gotta go within. You got a lot of hurting. You ain't releasing, I'm here to show you the way. I've been down this road before, I will listen to you. But you better take heed of my advice. I'm not here to baby you. Learn how to forgive, your mind is very powerful. You gotta forgive for yourself, you gotta put the work in. Nobody can do that for you, that's why it's called inner work. And man, you got a lot of work to do. Let me be your peace, I am how things go for you. Have you feel like rocket power? Oh, that was funny. Ha, I'ma laugh too. They say that laughter heals many wounds. We gonna find out. Let me make this deeper for you. That skateboarder's life. You gonna learn how to balance it. Any obstacle that you see, grind on them. All you gotta do is clear your dots. Don't tell me you can't do it. You are greatness. You are worthy. Don't you ever forget it. It's time that you see yourself. You got soul. You got spirit. You legit. I hope you hear this. I really do. It's time to blossom on this concrete. Show the world who you be. Yeah, who you be. The Almighty. Release the wounds. Set your own self free. Then you shall see. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic. Let me be your peace. I am let me be your peace. I am chaotic. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic. Let me be your peace. I am chaotic.
Welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
That was Olivia Sade with Peace and Chaos. Before that, we had Jay Heat with Gossip. And starting off the set, we had Danae Joy with Shake It. See if anybody has been checking in. Shout out to everybody who is watching on Facebook Live right now. Shout out my homegirl Neen from Let's Be Clear. They come on every other Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com. Her and Becky. The fellas, they'll be on next week of Mike's Corner, so definitely make sure y'all shout them out, support them. You know what I'm saying? That's family right there. Shout out to Miss Razzle Dazzle, one of the hardest working women in show business. Always supporting, always plugging, helping out. You know what I'm saying? That's just what she does. And shout out my main man Calvin Williams. I see you just peeked your head in there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Of Lush Vibes Radio. Make sure y'all following him on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Lush Vibes Radio. All right, we got our special guests in the building. Of course, we got to intro them properly, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Whether they're artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, politicians, activists, or simply folks you need to know, we've got the line to the movers and shakers of DC, Maryland, Virginia, and beyond. This is 15 minutes of game on the Balancing Act Radio Show.
Building. We got Dimes. We got Lord Better. That's right. Representing Bad Human Arthaus.
Yes, sir.
Yes. How y'all fellas doing today?
We doing lovely. Blessed, man. Blessed and highly favored.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. So, Bad Human Arthaus.
Yes.
How did y'all come up with that name?
Another partner of mine that's not here.
Funny story.
Theory.
Shout out
The
Theory.
Stitcher.
Yeah, the Stitcher. I can't even really remember the details.
What did you say?
Right
He was saying something about, I was watching something on YouTube or something,
he was
right?
watching
something crazy.
Yeah.
You know how YouTube is. You fall in that rabbit hole. It was something malicious on there. And was the response?
He said something like, that was some bad humans. And a light bulb just went off.
Yeah.
And then I put Arthaus, and then for just aesthetic wise, I made it in German. So yeah, that's pretty much how we came.
Me and TT were talking about that earlier about the house part. I was like, that looks like German.
Yeah.
You know,
standout.
Yeah. I could dig that. So I know one of the reasons y'all came together was because y'all felt like there was like a void.
Yes.
In artistically and creatively. So talk about that void that y'all saw, and you know, like how Bad Human Arthaus was going to fill that void.
Actually, it's like a void of voids, right? So first of all, DOA, Death to Ageism. That's kind of the flag of the company right there.
Yeah.
I believe true art matures, And if you can't mature with them, then that's something about you personally. That's not about the art form. And so we're in an art form where you're pushed out, or you're considered washed, right? And really, when you're in the prime of your life, you've actually learned something. You've matured. You become more pragmatic. You're more understanding of words itself and the meaning of it. So you're actually in a better position to be an orator.
Yeah.
Than 20 years earlier.
Very true.
Right.
Very true.
But right. But you're not celebrated as such. And so, as you can see here, the grays are in my hair.
Trust me,
I appreciate that.
I can relate.
No Beijing. I appreciate that I've lived my expected lifetime twice.
Yeah.
And so, and we have something to say. So that was one void with the ageism. The other one was the lack of, and I can really speak for like the core. There's a scene now, but there was a scene before that scene, and that scene we helped create, right? Yeah. And I look at other areas of the globe, and what I thought was missing was cross-pollination. I think that's how you win. Connective tissue. That creates a scene on a broader level.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, then it's just pockets, right? So then it's not respected as one huge moment. It's just little moments.
Right, yeah.
And so if we can bring that connective tissue together, then we'll have, it's always been a scene,
right,
but far as recognized as one.
Yeah.
So the Rye Bread Project helps facilitate that, putting people together that have been around each other for decades at this point, but never ended up on a track together.
Yeah.
Right, so being 35 and up to be on the project, having the exclusivity to that age bracket, that demo, because what we're trying to do is grown music, like music for our age group, right?
Right.
After a while, there's no quiet storm, right? It's just you just get a mix. You get a 15-minute lunch mix.
Yeah.
Of the music you grew up on, not contemporary. When there's art right out here that speaks to people that have mortgages, have children, have cars, have a life, have jobs, right?
Yeah.
They don't need to always listen to Raw, no disrespect to Kane, to get that feeling. They should be able to get that feeling right now.
Right.
And so we're going to help curate and purvey that to the world at large.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what's funny about you saying that is that a lot of times, and it's funny that you said like there's no quiet storm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, for like rap music.
Yeah.
You know, and that is a frustrating
thing. Unless you got Sirius XM or you go mining on the internet.
Right.
You know, they do not make that readily available for you.
Right. Yeah. Not in terrestrial radio.
Right. Not in terrestrial.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's something. I think that's one of the biggest reasons, to be honest, why like I created this platform was because like I like a little bit of everything. I like what young rappers are saying, and I like what people my age and older are saying. You know, it's like it's funny because like you look at people like Royce the 5'9".
Yes.
Like he's making some of his best albums
right now.
Older. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like when he was younger, I mean, it was cool, but I feel like that wisdom and that knowledge that he's gained, like over time, and learning the lessons that he's learning, going through a lot of the things that he's
how
going.
To make songs,
right? Exactly.
Opposed to just spitting bars.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny when you talk about the whole ageism thing. It just seems like people not really ready to realize what's actually going on. Like hip hop has always been a young man's game, especially when it first started.
Right.
But now, 40-some years now, you have multiple classes in hip hop, multiple generations.
Right.
And nobody's really catering to the foundational generation of hip hop.
Right.
They're still catering to the young man's thing. And then when you talk about any other genre of music, everybody can grow gracefully in their art form. Whether it's rock, whether it's reggae, whether it's R&B. You know, the Temptations. Like I'm taking my daughter to see Diana Ross next month. You know what I'm saying? It's like people can grow gracefully in any other art form except for hip hop for some reason. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
We're the creators that curate and make this stuff. We should be able to make the decisions. We shouldn't have outsiders telling us that, you got to be a certain age to rap. It doesn't make any sense when it's not like that in any other genre.
Well, I think the narrative is pushed by the industry because you got to keep the cattle call coming. Right, the worst artist for industry folk is an educated artist. So you're not doing those things to 30 and 40-year-old men that you would do to a 20-year-old or a teen.
Right. Right.
But I do commend the younger generation for creating their connective tissue early, like recognizing the flaws that we had established that we didn't clean up. They make sure their money's right.
Right.
They make sure their social media, they have that on lock. And they also
they
link
a
up.
lot better.
Yeah.
Them young boys link up with each other.
They do.
And
Absolutely.
they put the record out. Not just link up and hang, they put it out and push it.
Yeah, they waste no time.
They turn each other, excuse me, they turn each other's fan bases onto each other.
Right.
And so, it's things that we can learn from them. And I have been learning. I have a 23-year-old son who's in it, and I learn from him like he learns from me. He learned like more the technical aspects, song structure, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lab rat, and he was right there with me.
Yeah.
But what I've learned from him is how to move in this day and age. A shout out to the farmers market. And,
Infinite.
I learned how to move like them in this day and age. Being more present on social media, having a fingerprint. These are things that didn't exist. I had more of a private life, and I did not care to share the ins and like that's something to get used to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, but he was explaining to me like that. You gotta get out there. This is what it is now.
Right.
So you gotta adapt to the climate change, and we're not into that like younger versus old. Even though it's called respect your elder brethren, it's respect what we do.
Yeah, respect the technique, respect the craft, respect the skill.
Because
that's really what we bring to the table from Rob Bread, true skill.
We washing cats. I'm 46 years old. We washing. What? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like just irrespective. So it's not a retrospective. It's nothing about the past. It's no hippie to the high. It's about what these cats are doing right now, and it's showing the young cats actually something to look forward to, because if you really are in this art because you love the art, there is no limit.
Right.
Don't feel that you have to be forced out after 3 years. Some of your careers won't last more than that.
Right.
But beyond that, if you really have a love for the art form itself, and you want to enjoy doing it, Bobby McFerrin was beatboxing until his 60s. Like, getting money. You know what I'm saying? So you make it the art form. You make it that reflection. You make it something to respect. If you put out garbage, my partner theory always says garbage in, garbage out. Right.
There you go.
And so, I don't really see new classics. I don't know where that 20-year record is coming from, where these young folks at 40 can listen to that record and still feel it like we had. But if you respect the art form, those records will definitely come.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Yes, sir.
Wholeheartedly. TC, you wanted to ask him your first question?
So my first question for y'all was, what inspired y'all to do music?
You want to go back? You want to go first?
Hey, sure, man. Yeah, for me, music has always been second nature. I came from a musical background, you know what I mean? Like, mother was always a songbird. My father, he's an instrumentalist, guitar player, sing, always kept bands growing up. And, their medium was more so instrumentation, where my medium coming up was the mic.
Yeah.
So already being born into a musical background and growing up in that element, you just kind of gravitate to whatever's hot at the time. Guitars were cool when my father was growing up.
Yeah.
But me, coming up in the 80s and 90s, it was all about hip hop. So, our instrument was the microphone and our vocals.
Yeah.
So, you asked me how long I've been rhyming, like literally, I've been rhyming since I was a kid. Like, we should do it for show and tell in 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? So I go back that far, you know what I mean? Like, and it was never a thought like we wanted to rap. It was just something that we did. We didn't really have toys to bring to school, so we brought our raps and beatboxing. Yeah. And that was like my first show. Shout out to Miss Stanley, my brother Sean T. You know what I'm saying? Letting us get on like that and cutting up and the whole nine. But music has just always been there, man. Like you said, true artists on Rob Bread. You know what I mean? And we just bring true skill to the table. And, that's my response to that question.
Okay.
Mine was a little different. I came up in Riggs Park, Northeast, and I started off a go-go head. True, all the way to the bone marrow, right?
Yeah.
We started a little neighborhood band. I always was one of the talkers. I go back to the Mass Extinction, ACDC, Mass Extinction, Trouble Funk. I used to pattern myself after Simeon. And we would do these shows, around the neighborhood, and I think that's where I got the taste for being in front of people. I ended up being shipped off to Florida. My family moved. It was kind of abruptly, and so adjusting to this this new social climate and the way things were, I ended up meeting these kids from Brooklyn, New York, and he would put me up on mixtapes and things like that. His brother's named DJ Dice. He DJs for Redman.
Okay.
And so when he would get new music from his brother, he would put me on what's hot up there, this, that, and the third. And so when I heard LL Cool J for the first time, he made me want to MC. When I heard Plug Tuning by De La Soul for the first time, they made me want to be me.
Yeah.
And that's where I've been from that point on. And then I ended up creating a faction with Stickman from Dead Prayers. We formed, and I got a deal in high school. It fell apart. I ended up coming back to DC. I started a crew called Infinite Loop, which kind of ran the 90s and helped build the scene,
set the standard,
along with Team Demo, Plexus, Amphibians, and a host of others. But those four factions was kind of like the main core. Yeah. So like before us, there was no scene on U Street. Period. There was no performing. There was no rapping. There was nothing.
Wow.
And we helped see us a guy in the Infinite Loop by Los ended up talking to getting it cozy with the Ethiopian Eritrean brothers who own venues and created a plug situation. We started there. They saw it could be lucrative, and then one turned on another. And next thing you know, Black Broadway was revitalized.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where my beginning started right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So
oh, and we rap when it wasn't cool.
And talk about that, because I mean, like, specifically you, Dimes, like saying how like you came from like more of a go-go background, but then progressing into hip hop, and like it's funny because like I've heard like a lot of people talk about that era when it was more about go-go in DC, like go-go was king, and now like you're in this era where it seems like everybody wants to rap in DC, and go-go is not as prevalent. Talk about that time of, you know, how I won't say how hard it was to be like an MC.
Well,
in
it
DC.
was, it was definitely not the popular thing. Like, so it's almost feeling like a foster child. So when I go to Tallahassee, I'm on go-go, and we're looking at booty music, loop, right, bass music, rattle your trunk. Okay, so then I had to understand why it works, and it works pretty much just like go-go work. Right? Then I start MCing, and I'm into lyrics, so that's another way that I'm kind of an outcast.
Yeah.
Then I come back home, everybody's on go-go hard, Scarface, Lil Pop, but really Face.
Right.
Right. So I'm an outcast in that situation. We build our scene where I create my own roots, and then we would go to New York and wash them.
Yeah.
Right? And then we had to argue that we're from DC because they wouldn't believe it.
Wow.
They could conceive being washed by somebody from another borough.
Right, but not somebody from DC.
Right. Yeah. So in all those, and then when you're home, for instance, a cousin of mine put me onto this go-go band. Yeah, man, they need a lead rapper, and I told him about you, this, and the third. And my cousin know I got bars, right? He sends me down there, I start rapping. Stop the music. You like that you one of them KRS-One rappers.
Yeah.
You see, and that's how we were looked at. Like, so you're almost bastardized. You're not when you're home. Oh, you want to be from New York. You're in New York, we can't believe you're from D.C.
Right.
And in Florida, you just an anomaly, period.
Right. You can't win for losing no matter where you go.
Yeah, so it was a struggle. But with the like I said, with the African brothers not really having a bias and just trying to find a way to make a coin.
Yeah.
We were able to get in those doors, right, and show them. And that's why it's funny now, I tell my son all the time, the reason why you can pull up on U Street and perform somewhere is because of my family tree. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw U Street was a ghost town. It was no place to hang out, let alone having white folks walking around with their dogs at 2 o'clock in the morning like it is now. So it's a total different world,
right,
from when we had to what we started in. You know what I'm saying, to help that. So
yeah,
that's what it was like, man.
And I know a lot of artists around the area definitely have y'all to thank for that. You know, for the foundation y'all laid down. I mean, I remember going to Pure Lounge. Before it was Pure Lounge, it was Bar None. You know what I'm saying? So it's like going to the open mics over there and like not even knowing like y'all was laying down that foundation for those open mics and things like that to occur like that.
That's
so
right.
Definitely salute to y'all paying homage.
So with Rye Bread, that's why I kind of bill it as a historical document. Because I really appreciate the scene that helped mold me as well.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of brothers, and artists, we go through depression, we go through ups and downs. It's just the nature of it. But I wanted them to know that they were appreciated, and I, if nobody else, is trying to give everybody their flowers, from the pebbles to the center blocks, and this road that was paved. I appreciate them all. I see Project Blow. People talk about these other niche little pockets, and we breed warriors down here.
Yeah.
People have come in town and found out the hard way. Like, they really...
We deep to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I include the whole DMV in that. That's not a... I'm 202 biased, as a whole. But,
I feel you.
But, I mean, I just respect the DMV immensely. And I want the world to respect it the same, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to ask y'all about was like in terms of how y'all all like came together in terms of everybody that's in Bad Human Art House together. Like, cause I mean, actually, let me not go there. This is what I wanted to ask. So you all became an LLC in 2017, correct? I wanted to ask you about like the importance of like being a business, because a lot of times people get into the business but they don't take the business side of it as seriously, because a lot of times like as creatives we want to create, you want to make music and rap and do all of these different things, but we don't realize that when we are a brand we have to brand ourselves in a specific way.
Right.
So like talk about why that was important for you all to do that, and the importance of more people doing that, especially among like black owned business.
Well, well, for us, it was weird. We came up in a different era. We've had deals. Jerobi and Tribe Called Quest used to manage us.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
I've seen things managing Infinite Loop, and I've just seen people go up, go down, things slip through their fingers. And we were same way. Things, money, large amounts of money.
Yeah.
Was lost, and a part of it I always felt is just not being Trump tight on our end, right? But more importantly, with Bad Human, we're grown men, so we should conduct business like grown men. That's right, man. Yeah. These are not the days of handouts. If you're looking for somebody to put you on, you're looking in the wrong direction. Right? So you have to be ready for commerce.
Yes.
And if you're not, then you are naked when it comes to your own security and making sure that your money is right and your product is handled properly and these things, right? So you have to pledge yourself legally and legitimately, right? Yeah. That was the main thing about the LLC, and a perfect example of that. You seen Lion Share on Netflix?
I haven't yet. I've heard about it. Yeah.
I got 6 boys. So now anything I do now, I do recognize it. Before I recognized it as being my property that was intellectual.
Yeah.
Now I recognize it as an intellectual property, and I want to make sure that my kids reap the benefits, and nothing is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to. You never know what song could do something later down the line to create some type of income. and I want the fruits of me to eat off the fruits of my labor.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was important. A few of us have children, and it's just as important that his kids eat as mine. You know, I take that serious when as far as my partners and their lives and who they have to deal with. And, you know, we're all responsible, and I'm responsible for them, and they're responsible for their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so it's important that your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. That's and for black businesses, that's even more important.
Yeah.
And also, you know, that's another thing that the young guys, they got it right early. They saw the failures.
Yeah.
They turned it down these deals because they know that they they got it. So, you know, kudos to them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, that's the key. You have to learn from the mistakes. I mean, we see so many unsungs and you know things along those lines where like people, you know, they didn't handle their business. Right. You know, people were just so excited to like get on and be on the mic or you know be producers or be whatever it is.
But just not educated.
Right, just not educated. You know what I'm saying? Like just
go with the flow.
Right, exactly. Just went with the flow, and a lot of times like
I want to be on.
Right,
they want to be
right.
Seen. They chasing accolades. They ain't really minding their business.
And they promise things too, but a promise also doesn't mean anything. It doesn't hold up because now you're dealing with somebody's moral compass, and when it comes to business. Yeah. So, it's a myriad of reasons, but yes, we want to protect ourselves. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Rye Bread, that's one of many projects coming out.
Yep.
So, talk about the other projects that Badhumn is putting out, you know, on top of that as well.
So right now, alongside the Rye Bread project.
Mine is Rye Bread Volume 1.
This is Volume 1.
Rye Bread is gonna be pretty endless.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I mean, just
it's
based
already
on what y'all
70
said.
recorded.
Yeah.
Also, we spoke on this. Tell them how many people we got recorded for Rye Bread
we
so
have
far.
70 recorded already.
So 70 songs or 70 artists?
70 artists.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's already recorded.
That's a lot of artists.
Yeah. So Volume 1 is Volume 1 is coming out on this month, and then we're going to follow up shortly after that with some visuals, and then Volume 2. But we want to take our time and really do it right. Like we don't want to just like put music out and just hope that something comes along. That's why we're in front of you. We're trying to raise awareness and really make this a DMV effort. This is about the area, and so we're only going to get out of it what we put into it.
Yeah.
And I just want to see a lot less ego. You know what I'm saying? And really like stand behind something. So in order to do that, what we chose to do at Badhumn was give first. Right? Create this project to get brothers talking, brothers mingling. Some people haven't picked up the pen in over a decade. They picked that pen up.
Yeah.
And we've been blessed to have enough cachet to get people to kind of, you know, get on board. And so what we want to do, and is revitalize certain people. Like, oh, I didn't know I still had it. Oh, I'm coming out with a project. Yeah, good for you. And I want to be able to kind of set up a platform to help push everybody's thing, because I look at it like us against the world. I don't need to block your blessing.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people want to A&R. Just if you know a green lighter, just pass it on. Like, don't get involved. Let me involve you on the back end if that connect comes through.
Right. We need that fellowship.
We need that
fellowship. Everywhere else got it. It's like when you talk about DC, Maryland, and Virginia, it's so much phenomenal talent in the area, but nobody's networking properly with one another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What made New York hot is that everybody that was from New York supported it because it was from New York. What made West Coast hot is that everybody that was from the West Coast supported it because they was from the West Coast. What got the South hot is because everybody that's from the South supported it, whether it was good or bad. If they do it was from the South, it got love. It did numbers. We need that here in the DMV. You know, all that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, where you from? Oh, y'all from Virginia, we don't fool with y'all. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm scared to come to Maryland. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know, nobody, you know.
It's silly at that.
It's you know what I mean? Because all we got is ourselves. You know what I mean? That's the reason why we not at the top like everybody else. You know what I mean? DC's been supposed to have this time to shine.
Right. And that's
we can't get along with each other in order to get there.
Right.
So we trying, you know, With Rob Bread, we trying to break all that. Same with Beat Conductors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Beat Conductors. That's the family right there. And then, you know what I'm saying? It's a hub that we all try to bring that together. Because we trying to, you know, break the nonsense, man. And just go ahead and build up.
That's why it's a DMV project, not a DC project.
Yeah, yeah. Because I noticed, like, a lot of the people that y'all have, like, you know, just from what I've seen that y'all, you know, had Enoch 7 Prophet, Asheru, you know what I'm saying? I seen my man New Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying? In the mix.
I dropped a couple Jones on his new album.
He does some great work. Actually, he was producer of the week a couple months ago. And then I seen YU, seen Tim Hicks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
some luminaries.
I was like, man.
I'm waiting on my DJ Cool hooker verse too, man.
Okay.
Question Mark Asylum, they just came on board.
Okay.
We want to tell the story, a documentary telling the story from Fat Rodney to the current Black Broadway. Because it's important that even though we created this scene as far as U Street, we are not the forefathers of rapping in this city. Right. And that is important for us to acknowledge. I reached out to all them brothers. I'm waiting on some comeback from Blunt, Score, to try to get on this Rob Red project. So I'm putting the APB out on. I'm at the real dimension. APB out on these brothers. Love them brothers. They made me proud. When I was in Florida, you know, to see Score doing this thing. It was huge for me.
That was clean too, man.
That was big for me. You know, it was a little taste of home, like being able to, you know, see brothers reach past that glass ceiling. So, and so that's important. That's what that was about. So then the other projects is my solo project, Me Dimensions. It's called a school of selfish and a jealousy.
Say it again.
I thought that title.
What's the name of it?
Man,
a school of selfish.
That's a good title.
Yeah,
that's a good title.
Yeah,
a school of shellfish and a jealousy.
The wordplay, man. As soon as I seen that title, I was like, that is clever. I love stuff like that. So tell everybody like what they can expect from that project.
I really give my grown man bag on this.
Okay.
I have this saying called Game Grown Ass Man Entertainment.
Okay.
And I got it. All day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day. That's right.
I got a few joints right now. I mean, we're not, you know, it's a body of work that we're working on. I have about 23 songs. Okay. We're just going through them. We're going to do some focus groups, kind of really see what people feeling.
Yeah.
Do it the right way, and not be just in my head as an artist.
Right.
I always believe if you're the only one that you're doing your music for, you don't be upset if you're the only one with a copy.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, from there it's a lot of mature content on there. I love women, so I make sure I speak to them.
Yeah.
Especially with the help of this brother. There's not a lot of rapidy rap on there, but there are bars in every song. There's no way you can listen to what I'm doing and not understand what I'm doing. Right. So, but yeah, so it's all kinds of stuff on there, man. I got stories on there. It's a plethora of things. I just sent you. We call it the little goodie bag.
Yeah.
I think it was like 4 or 5 joints. But like I said,
that whole
23
bag.
deep, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just on my project alone. And then the other one is unnamed yet. We're thinking about calling it Sofagio. It has a meaning, but we're spelling it SOUL instead of SOL for Sofagio Notes.
Okay.
And that's what we're spitballing that title for the ARK project.
Okay. And
right now we got like 17 joints done. But like I said, we're not trying to just put up an album, string it out, build some momentum.
Right.
So, but it was important for me, like it was for the Robbery Project, to have a plethora of content already in the tuck. So just in case somebody wants to do serious business, they know that we're Trump tight on our end.
Right.
And so, in the last 2 years, I have touched, conceived, and co-produced 70 joints along with my partner Theory.
That's amazing.
And the thing about Robbery Theory is doing all the music.
Yeah. I was about to ask that. Like
signature.
Yeah.
And he jumps. You see.
Yeah.
He can hit you with all kinds of joints. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, that's my brother from another mother, and then Keon, Noye the Grizzly Bear, is the third member of ARK.
Yeah.
He's the one with the voice. And we putting it down. That's our third album. You can go on badhuman.com. Check out Past Work. We got New Golden Era. We got Trials, Tribulations, and Triumphs. We got my first album called Slang Witch, A Brain Celebration. And we have Entertainment by Noye the Grizzly Bear and Face Crunch. So we have plenty of music for y'all to dig on, see where we're coming from. And I put our catalog up against anybody.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You know,
We got top catalog.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, you know, on my own, and then what you sent.
Yeah.
Y'all deep, man.
Yeah.
It's like y'all say it.
Badhuman, that's BADHUMN, no A in human.
Yeah. So a little better. What you working on?
I'm working out with the team, man.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
these dudes put me on a rigorous training regimen for the past couple years. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it has been a blessing. They had me on hook duty for a brick.
Because he can do
They
so
was like,
much.
they got one verse for me. I was like, yo, I got verses, John. They was like, nah, we need some hooks. You want me over here to write hooks?
But you know what's funny about that? It's like that's an art, right?
Oh
there.
no,
like,
it definitely is, man.
Yeah.
So I was reluctant at first, but then I figured it out. You know what I mean? So I did my time for that. Then they let me loose after that.
Yeah.
So we've been building. So off the strength of all that, you know, we formed another super team, Meridian. You know what I'm saying? ARK, myself, and Ben Official. And you know, Ben Official, that's another producer that we get into the squad.
Yeah, shout out to Ben.
If Theory let him in, you know, he must be official.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's been
Hence the
official.
And he's been official.
So that's tough. You know what I mean? At the same time, I'm working on my next solo project, Soul Searching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's spelled SOL. Soul, you know, for the sun.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right.
So, sun searching on that, John. This is gonna be my, I guess, my most down to earth project. If you ever listen to my past stuff, I spit a lot of like esoteric, gnostic information along with all my lyricism, thoroughism, wisdom. And but this one I wanted to be a little more humanistic. You know, I wanted to be a little more tangible for any listener to listen to. You ain't got to read from the Apocryphal, you know what I mean, to not understand what I'm talking about. You can actually hear it and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get that.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, but don't get me wrong. All that's still gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You know, that's my nature right there. Lord, better than Ninth MC. You know what I mean? Better is individual will. You know what I mean? So I gotta have that there, but I wanted to have something that everybody could relate to, not just the cipher. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's where we at with it. Whatever comes next with Badhumn, you know, that'll be there.
Yeah, and let me just highlight Ben, man. Ben has been a blessing as well. In that goodie bag, I think I sent you a song called BS.
Did.
Ben did that. Ben did that along with Theory, and I'll shout out to Crayola from the 13th floor. He played guitar on it.
Okay.
But Ben got heat, and he got bars, and he's just an all-around great individual.
Yeah.
And with these two brothers, they kind of helped solidify the Badhuman. Once they came aboard, I knew we had something. We had the team.
Yeah.
And so, y'all will hear more from everyone. Noyik is working on his solo project as well. So we Trump tight now, and we'll be Trump tight for the future.
That's what's up. So let everybody know where they can follow Badhumn, where they can follow each of you, and where they can, you know, find all your music. Because I know you said it before, but just so people can hear it one more time, so they can definitely, get into the catalog.
So you can follow Badhumn _Arthaus on IG, and you also can follow me on IG at The Real Dimensions on IG. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you can get at me on IG under Better's Will, BETTASWIL. You can also highlight me on Twitter at Lord Better, LORDBETTA.
And you can also check out music, and you should really do this. BADHUMN.com. BADHUMN.com. Bon appetit.
Yes. So I appreciate y'all brothers for coming to
Appreciate
bars.
y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Thank
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when I come around to the solo, when it's solo time, I'm gonna come back and holler at you.
Absolutely.
I
You know
appreciate it. Let us show.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, just hit me up. I know y'all welcome back anytime. If y'all just want to come back and kick it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely. I tell anybody, once you hear, you family. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play first. I'm going to play one of the... Oh, before I do that, TC had one last question.
So, my last question for y'all was, what type of advice would you give someone who's trying to make it in the music industry?
Patience.
Perseverance.
Know that you, first of all, what are you doing it for?
Know that.
If it's about a bag, then find something else more tangible that you can earn your bag and know that it's coming through credentials or some type of certification or paperwork. That's a guaranteed bag. There's no guarantee in music. So if you're doing it for the bag, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You should be doing it because you love to do it, but because you love yourself, you're gonna make sure you get the bag. But the love gotta come first. Patience, perseverance is top of the list. And how about talent?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna touch on. If you asking me about music, I'm always put the art first. So my thing is always make sure you hone and perfect your skill.
Yeah.
Make sure the talent is there. It's one thing to have raw natural talent, but practice it, perfect it. Make sure you get your technique right. Before you're out there trying to show it to somebody. If you're not humble, you're gonna get humble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
And we just came in an era where if your chops wasn't up,
it
could get physical. It could get physical. Rhyming like somebody else could get physical.
Yeah, you used to get beat up if you couldn't drop a high 16, man. Like, hey, you was joned out. Like, when we was coming up, like, if you couldn't rap, like, and that's what I kind of miss about back in the day, because it seems like now everybody rap, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it seems like back in the day, it was only certain individuals who rap, and then you had the people who were spectators. Right. And they respected that, and you didn't cross those lines. Right. Now you got a lot of spectators out here around, all these at home studios and
I can do that.
Social media and stuff, and and they, it's just different now. I miss the days where only the true artists, thorough artists were really doing this, and everybody else had to take the seat.
And the ones that didn't have the skill set were smart enough to realize that they didn't, and they chose to do other things.
Yeah. Right.
They might have managed street team. They might have did became promoters. They still was involved with the art, but they knew that the mic wasn't where they should have been.
Right.
You know, so they respected them too. That's important too. Know when to jump off the ledge and know when to stay on.
That's right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all, because first song I'm gonna play is one that jumped out to me was Beat.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love it. As soon as the beat dropped, I was like, this joint about to be vicious.
When I heard that joint with the three of us on it, when we finally got that together, that's when I was like, we solid. You know what I'm saying? That's what I knew. Everything was dope prior, but once we laid that joint down, I was like, okay, we definitely got something. We definitely got a power.
So that's me, Lil Better, and Noye Theory on the track, Beef. Yeah.
All right. On the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond, this is Bars. And of course, it is also this right here.
Somebody tell you he hot, man. You heard my hat now, man. He fish grease.
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Troll to increase record soul, but can't keep control of their peoples when they roll. And though the success, the beef takes a toll. Be careful what you wish for, you reap what you sow.
I remain magnanimous amidst all this mammoth shit. I just chuckle as I pull on my cannabis. You was official with the pistol when the camera flipped. Now your pickers at a vigil with the candles lit. All up on souls, how you butter with the toast. When the ops approach, Lord, they got grilled cheese. Even the realest nigga bleed 4 pounds of pressure, the quickest way to a T. Sure, no need for research. Just squeezed in a burst and it leads to a hearse. You wasn't the last and sure enough not the first of a nigga had to deal with some shit set up in they verse. You were the gangster and QWERTY. But face to face, not too worthy. The only thing this dude flashed was his pearlies. Didn't know the time till he left from 7:30.
You blind don't mean you can't see. Vibration so strong that the deaf hear me. Trying to feed the dumb, all they need to do is eat. Try to get these fruit, but all they wanna eat is beef.
Yeah, da da. Man, them might impress you, but them don't impress me. I don't find nothing you say interesting, like the words of a concubine in the ears of a queen. Stop playing. That's what you really try and play me, don't play me. Your lyrics are weak and beast lazy. I'm just trying to share some light, not be shady. But you be in your feelings, you get mad and hate me. That's why you don't get better. The progression of your skills manifests never. But it's whatever. You gon' do you and I'ma get mines. If it's beef, we can cook the fat season with brine. As far as these lines, they hold more life than the vine. Seeking you'll find the light in the night of the mind. Each one teach one. I shine, you shine. Civilize a deaf, dumb, and the blind at divine time.
Minus a beat, y'all never had heat. Slang game weak, you really can't compete. Fork, knife, and napkin, I'm ready to eat. The team puts the captain, soon suffer defeat.
We keep it righteous, remain a few of the nicest. Y'all make it cooler, be hooked on all these vices. You get paid to keep my culture in crisis. I'm enraged and livid, I'll leave you lifeless. Transport your soul, turn off your light switch. We keep it culture, priceless, timeless. Your verses, verse us. The only entity universal hip-hop trust. Hit your stash and empty your trust. Y'all wicked, we evicted. Run our bars to the ERs, eat versus sickness. More like our father, exercising forgiveness. Pull your card, the whole depth. You don't live it how you spit it. You live for retweets, likes, shares, and critics. You missed the memo, it's about music, never gimmicks.
Control to increase record soul. They can't keep control of their peoples when they roll. And though the success, the beef takes a toll. Be careful what you wish for, you reap what you sow. Just because you blind don't mean you can't see. Vibration so strong that the deaf hear me. Trying to feed the dumb, all they need to do is eat. Try to get these fruit, but all they wanna eat is beef. Minus a beat, y'all never had heat. Slang game weak, you really can't compete. Fork, knife, and napkin, I'm ready to eat. The team puts the captain, soon suffer defeat.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
Hit me on the inbox.
Emails, missed calls, mentions, and DMs. Snaps and Insta story, the only way I see friends nowadays. Before I get on a roll, it's hard to start my day without a morning scroll. Part stalking, part talking. New age communication, a friend ain't your friend unless they all up on your pages. What's this strange relationship? Ship.
Hit me on the inbox.
Hey, cold food eaters, your pics is awesome. Instagram bars, but you missed the dope show. Galleries great, true life is so-so. Timeline chiefin', real life queefin'. Spit a lot on your Uber Lyft hitchhiking, measuring your folks by the bammers that be liking. Best case, that's a digitized finger bang. Cell phone sycophant, sway king ding-a-ling. I'm from an era where kitted out Jetta was the main transportation for a bush go-getter. No perks and lean, crack iPhone screen, just crack. Twitter beef, is that? We lost tribal, trying to go viral. Me, just a Luddite, skills of Gwen Eiffel. No time to trifle, I will outlife you. Put some respect on this disconnect. Ooh.
Emails, missed calls, mentions and DMs, snaps and Insta story, the only way I see friends nowadays. Before I get on a roll, it's hard to start my day without a morning scroll. Part stalking, part talking, new age communication shit. A friend ain't your friend unless they all up on your pages. What's this strange relationship? Ship.
Hit me on the inbox.
Progress really is the concept. Say what I feel, don't take it out of context. I am a complex being with the contest. Came from the stars, flew in on a comet. That I'm eating down here, I can't digest. Feeding people lies, ain't asking what the price is. Let me see who liked it. All day heads in our devices, acting like we living but we lifeless. I got a thought, now I gotta type it. Why I got 1,000 friends I ain't even tight with. Now I'm looking back like, why did I type that? Nobody liked that, no one replied back. About to go live on that app like a Skype chat. Silence is golden, you need to apply that. Internet thugging, nope, I don't advise that. It's 48 laws, yup, you should apply that, get it?
Emails, missed calls, mentions and DMs, snaps and Insta story, the only way I see friends nowadays. Before I get on a roll, it's hard to start my day without a morning scroll. Part stalking, part talking, new age communication shit. A friend ain't your friend unless they all up on your pages shit. What's this strange relationship? Ship. Hit
me on the inbox.
Curb alert, in search of a best friend, but words can hurt, so be careful when you press send. And be sure to print the labels for returns, but be sure to read the labels for the terms of agreement. An oath for your physical FaceTime, to monitor your growth on the digital grapevine. Started out as zeros and ones, now it's an 8-9 straight line. Direct deposit, unpaid fine. You can't change the mind of the tongue-tied, struggling to put a finger on a thumb drive where the memories are stored as a hater's data, and only find the voice in an echo chamber. The little white lies soon become too hard to swallow as they grow to gigabyte size. So get your log on to maintain your misery. Be sure to take advantage of the same day delivery.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
In this music biz, I move like a fugitive, on the run with weed on the lungs. What's iller than a bunch of gorillas? Banana clips, bamboos and zips. The sojourner twisted off the slow burner, looking for greatness, search no further. Thoughts migrate far past the tri-state, a shock wave that'll make your block wave. Some pin lines, I pin light. Some insight with the aid of a windpipe. Earn them stripes cause I burn them mics. A higher purpose when I recite verses. And the sight of me makes them quite nervous. I can shift a paradigm with a pair of lines. I got rhymes by the terabyte. The bearer of light, you measure in Fahrenheit.
Some do this for the cash, we do it for the feel. Some do it for the fame, but we do this for real, for real, for real. We do this for real, but we do this for real.
I feel like the rivers are living waters, bringing death to ignorance, deafness and dark quotas. I shine so bright, the moon tried to block my light, but she can't stand the heat of my mic. Got pulled like gravity, ain't another star in this polarity. Giving out light like it's charity, illuminating rays like almond. Light said me get bright, got something in common. Dog tried to hate, but it was easy to stop him. I stepped into the room and then he started moonwalking. I'm sharp as a pimp in a coffin, smooth as a sun over the water when I'm walking. I taught rhetoric the proper way to start talking. I used to have fear, but I lost them. Found strength in 9 niggas sovereign. Come with more love than a Hava. In the name of the Father, I'ma break hate off something proper, partner.
Some do this for the cash, we do it for the feel. Some do it for the fame, but we do this for real, for real, for real. We do this for real, but we do this for real.
It doesn't take a lot of leg work to make your neck work. Call it mastery, no yicks are experts. Sound the alarm, put planet Earth on alert. Here they come, the thunder, the rumble, the drum. The sharks are eight-sided, razor sharp, same tongues. Put ebonics on the scale, slaying weighs a ton, bang one. The whole game to change, son. Sound different, the way they arrange. Some of it seems really strange, most of it mainly lame. These cats ain't cool, they mangy, man. Keep a lock on the art, popped up on the chart. Grown man, street smarts, these cats is cheap parts. Can't fix in the mix, we remain top pick. Somebody call the ambulance, these cats bit sick. No quarantine, vaccine is contagious. The pure uncut wisdom of the sages.
Some do this for the cash, we do it for the feel. Some do it for the fame, but we do this for real, for real, for real. We do this for real, but we do this for real, for real. We do this for real.
Looking for the most balanced review of your forthcoming or current album or mixtape? Then email a formal inquiry along with your cover art, headshot, bio, and either links to your music or the project files to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
That life, thank God I ain't do anything that I felt like. Going to the store and I ain't got no money, and I know what I'm getting, you heard me? I was sneaky with sticky fingers, I ain't need no money. Sold my first piece, started seeing a little money. Picked up packages, dropped off packages. Lived at the weight bench, rush hour trafficking. 3 dream teams, move mad, mean green. You're talking a great run with no Bodines I never seen. It's the great escape. When everybody got away, still today, I thank the Lord that I got away. No time, no record, no felonies. Could've clearly had a few spade days, a holiday. Raise the glass, let's celebrate. Hank Aaron catching anything coming my way. Through the blue collar hustle, double dribble. Watch the income dribble, that's when it gets you. Living that life, I used to live that life. I no longer live that life. God, I ain't do anything that I felt like. Living that life, I used to live that life. I no longer live that life. Thank God I ain't do anything that I felt like. Could've been dead or mad years in the feds, right?
Young scrappy, raised without pappy. A low line cub, main nappy. Jean saggy, I'm rolling dirty, but I got a clean caddy. Trying to get off these baggies. Slide through the hood so cats could get at me. I had the Navy, those blocks with street savvy, so the beast couldn't grab me. Back in the days, I used to move like Satchel Paige. If you understand the game, you get the name. But if you think about the Negro League, nah, champ, I'm talking about illegal deeds. We used to push those keys in silence like didn't know, just continuing the cycle. I'm a product of Ridge Park and Berry Farms. One side carry the Bible, the other carried arms. Somehow I fell in betwixt. So niggas fucked up, they fell for the tricks. Started for survival, went to jail for this. Old rich drug dealers, yeah, they seldom exist. I grew a conscience when God clicked the on switch. I had to break away from the bondage. No more dealing with the nonsense. I turned my life into content. No longer living that life.
Living that life. I used to live that life. I no longer live that life. Thank God I ain't do anything that I felt like. Living that life. I used to live that life. I no longer live
More topics, more segments, more music means more bars after this.
Win DC Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store on your iPhone or your Android. Any of your pads that you might be using, be it if it's an iPad, iPad mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, doesn't matter what you have, any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to Win DC Radio.
Really wanna see is the I don't really need a D, I need the Hold up, bad, need a KC.
Hey, this is China Pink from the 2018 award-winning Best Radio Talk Show of the Year. Make sure you tune into the Ladies of the China Pink Talk Show each and every Sunday on Win DC Radio from 5 to 7. Make sure you check us out on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. See our amazing show. We are also available for hosting events or parties. Please contact the China Think Show at AOL.com for booking information. I'll catch you next Sunday at 5.
Hi, I'm Lisa Dove Washington. And I'm Andrea Riley. And we are your hosts for Girls Gabbing Radio Show. Tune in to Girls Gabbing Radio Show every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on Win DC, powered by Go Win Media. Girls Gabbing wants to provide a platform for dreams, visions, and stories to thrive and grow. What's the gab? Tune in on Sundays to find out.
Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I am your host, Hot Toddy, along with the Turn Up team, Miss Lolly and Showtime. Foreplay the Orgasm Show is each and every Tuesday night from 8 to 10, bringing you the sexy slow jams with very adult interactive conversation, only on Win DC Radio.
Man, look, y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Gerard Street Garvey, and my DJ, Kid Cannon. And when we together, you know what it is. Grind Season Radio, each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on Win DC Radio. Don't forget it. Yeah.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the Win DC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've been in the second hour. You know what I'm saying? Balancing Act Radio Show right here with your host AJ Throwback and TT in the building.
How you doing?
So, you know, that was TT's first experience interviewing, well, at least on bars, you know what I'm saying? And she doesn't know this. I didn't tell her this. But it's going to be a little bit of an impromptu introduction to you. Letting everybody know a little bit about yourself. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions now.
Okay.
So you intern at radio school, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, let everybody know where you were before, you know, how that experience was, and really what got you interested in radio.
Okay, so last summer, start off with the school year.
Okay.
So I'm a graduate of Charles River Flowers 2K19.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I was in the PGFD, Prince George's County Fire Department program, and I was failing some of my tests, so I had summer school last summer. So instead of me going and wasting their time, I decided to drop out the firefighting training and just go into, at first, well, my mom was in barber school, so the person that owns the barber school is called Bennett Career Institute over there in Brooklyn.
Okay.
He owns his own show called Sea Island Morning Show. Okay. So she talked to him about me working there, getting my hours for next year. And he said I can work at the radio station also. So instead of me going to summer school, wasting my summer, I'm going to fail the same test I took.
Right.
Because I was good doing the training part, the hands-on, but the book part I was some trash in. So I was like, I'm not about to go there and waste my time in Upper Marlboro.
Yeah.
Had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, train from 6 until 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I'll take this opportunity and go work at the barber school and the radio station. Yeah. So I had a good schedule. Well, I made my own schedule. He let me make my own schedule. So he was saying, if you want to work 2 days, you can. So I actually worked Monday through Thursday, had the weekend off.
Okay.
So Mondays was my work days, and I was working at Urban One radio stations. I was working at 1401 WOL radio and 93.9. Okay. So it was a good experience because Angie Ann's is like my favorite person.
Yeah.
So I got to learn a lot and get a lot from her. And to this day, I still go up there sometimes. Not all the time, because Metro costs too much. So I still go up there sometimes and we talk. Yeah. And I learned a lot from her. And then I got to meet a lot of staffs up there and build a relationship with them. So I'm not there now, and they always ask me, I'm going to come back up there.
Yeah.
But
that's good if they want you back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
So I learned a lot, and from there, being there, learning more of, like, I can't remember everything because so much is taught with the panels. Yeah. And I also did interviews too with people. Well, because he's in the hair industry, we interviewed a lot of people that was in the hair industry, but it was still an interview. So the experience was good, and it just made me carry on into and get deeper into it and learn more. So I recently got accepted to Prince George's County Community College.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And my major is mass communications and radio.
Okay.
So I wanted to carry that on, and from talking to Little Bacon Bear from 93.9 and Angie Anch, me and Bacon Bear talked one day when she came up to my school.
Okay.
And she was telling me, she had asked me a question. It was a good question. And she was like, would you rather go to, because PG, the first year is actually free. Okay. So I get to go to college for free for the first year. So PG's making it where your first year is free. Your second year you got to pay, but you're not paying that much.
Yeah.
So,
that's good though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So Bacon Bear was saying that she had asked me, she was like, would you rather go to a 4-year college where you're paying like $26,000 back, or would you rather go to a 2-year community college where you're only paying like $7,000 back?
Right.
So I said I'd rather go to community college, and she told me that's what she was paying. She only had to pay $6,000 back, and they put her on a payment plan, which was like, I think $50 a month until it was paid off. Okay. So she said she just paid it off this year. So I was like, I'd rather pay $6,000 than $26,000. I can go get me 3 cars with that, or put a car payment down on a Charger, because Charger's my favorite, y'all. I love Chargers to death.
Come on now.
My auntie, let me try your Charger. She gonna let me drive her Charger. She said when I get my license, she got a Hemi all white.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the experience was good. Celebrity wise, I got to meet a lot of celebrities. Actually, working at a barber school, he did his last hair show because he's ready to retire, and he was actually going through some medical problems where he had to go to dialysis. So he actually just came out of surgery. Somebody decided to donate their kidney to him.
Wow.
So he was going through dialysis. That's another reason why I got to pick my own schedule last summer, because he barely was at work.
Right.
So he finally got it, the transplant done, and he's back at work. Shout out to Mr. Bennett.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good summer. It was a working summer.
Yeah.
Metro burned a hole through my pocket from Maryland all the way to Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a hike. That's a hike. Yeah.
And pizza too.
Yeah.
And pizza, y'all was burning a hole through my pockets. Cause I was going to and pizza every day.
And pizza ain't cheap. I love pizza.
It's
pizza.
not.
Man.
10. I mean, it is good price for a whole pizza for $10.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the price went up. It's $13 now.
Right.
I don't know why they didn't keep it at 10.
I don't know. Well, you know, I mean, what's crazy is that, you know, they're more popular now. More people. I see so many people go to And Pizza, so you would think.
And you know, Eat also sponsors it too. They actually And Pizza sometimes they have an Eat shirt for And Pizza on the website. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you work at a lot of And Pizza employees, they sometimes wear the Eat shirt. So it don't have like the Eat logo on the front, but it has it on the back, and it says And Pizza. So I think that's another reason why it's getting popular now.
Right, and they probably had to go up on their price a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
$13 not bad.
No, it's not.
And
bad.
they finally came out with the little you can still get the regular drink, but you can get the canned drink too.
I see.
That's another reason why. My total is always $13.01. So
yeah.
It's still expensive, but that's fine. That piece can last you for like at least 2 hours.
That's true. Like it was one time, like I think I ate some of my pizza. I went to have pizza. No, what it was I had a whole pizza, and it was a guy like I ran into on the street, and he was like, "Hungry, blah, blah." I was like, "I had my pizza," you know what I'm saying? Because all I was gonna do was like eat half of it and say the other half. So I was like, I wasn't even missing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's worth the money. You know?
It's worth it, and you can make your own pizza.
Exactly. Yeah. So how was the experience of like, you know, graduating and everything? Like how you feel?
Okay, the experience of graduating.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Getting to that point of like.
So first, tell you how my day was that day. I went to PG County schools, and we graduated University of Maryland Xfinity Center. So it was traffic because another school just graduated. So imagine you trying to another school coming in, another school coming out.
Yeah.
Then parking. Then you couldn't park certain places. So I had to run to graduation.
Yeah.
Run back to get my mom extra tickets. In the heat. Then, to make matters worse, we had to wear all black.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And what day did you graduate?
May 29th on a Wednesday.
Oh, that was last Wednesday. That's right. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So imagine running in 90 degrees in all black, your cap and gown. The cap and gown was, I feel like it was an ugly color.
What color was the cap and gown?
Oh, gray. I'd rather go with green. Because that's our color is green, gray, black, and white.
Okay.
So, I would say, sitting there when they called us up, I was sitting next to my friends, and all we kept saying was, once we walk across that stage, it's over with.
Yeah.
We done. So we all kept, man, I just need like 2 weeks in school. I miss school, but then I don't.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like the school I went to. I would say, y'all know Flowers, it stayed on the news 24/7.
Yeah, I heard about Flowers a lot. It wasn't good.
I heard about my principal fighting a student too.
Oh no, I didn't hear about that. For real?
Yeah. Wow. My principal for the student. One of the administrators is currently in trial for sexually assaulting the student. Let me see. Last year, a teacher punched a student in the face. Somebody got maced.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a lot happened at Charles Herbert Flowers. I'm not gonna get into, but if you watch Fox 5 News, then you know that Charles Herbert Flowers stays on the news. But it is like I didn't like that. Before I transferred to Flowers, I went to Northwestern High School.
Okay.
Home of the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all probably like, but you graduated from Flowers. I don't like Flowers. Okay. I love Northwestern. Let me tell y'all why.
Okay.
Because the mall was right there. Got to give me some Qdoba. Chipotle wasn't up at the time I went, but Qdoba was the best, and I love Qdoba because it's cheaper than Chipotle. And Actually, like today on Wednesdays, they give you the student discount price. So your bowl's only like $6.
Wow. Okay.
Like, and the bowl is not like Chipotle bowl. It's actually round, and they fill it up to the top for $6. Chipotle give you like $10, $11.
Wow.
And they barely put stuff in the bowl. You got to ask for extra, then you got to pay for extra.
Yeah.
So I would say Flowers is not a good school, but the programs they're really good because they help you get in colleges. Like, actually, our class of 2019 actually had the most scholarship. We had $28 million in scholarship.
Okay.
Money throughout any school in PG County.
Wow, that's good.
So you can sit there and apply for scholarships every day and get a lot of money and get full rides because that's how much we made.
Wow.
So, yeah, good. The programs is good. It's really good because there's a lot of teachers that has a lot of connections in industries that can help you get there.
Yeah.
But the school-wise, pray.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Right.
I don't like the school.
Yeah.
The staffs there is, I don't even like one staff.
Wow.
Man, I gotta go back up there and say something to her. So I didn't like the comment that she made for staff. You're not supposed to say certain things you don't say out your mouth about somebody's parent.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, you really have, like, as an educator, staff member at school, like, you really have to be sensitive to certain things. You know?
But see, the thing about Flower staff, I'm gonna just say, they staff don't care. They have a mentality where, like, one day I was in the teacher's lounge, and y'all know kids not supposed to be in teacher's lounge, but I didn't care. I went in there and I had access. So I went in there, and this lady one day was like, I don't understand why these kids disrespect us. So I sat there and I broke it down.
Yeah.
So when I broke it down, she had this face. I said, I'm gonna tell you why. One thing I don't like when y'all say kids are disrespectful, you can't say somebody's child is disrespectful off the bat. You have to understand why they are disrespectful.
Yes. Agreed.
Going to Flowers and seeing the disrespect, not a lot of kids came off in disrespect. Like, I remember one day, my friend had came to class late, but she had a pass.
Okay.
So the teacher started getting disrespectful, and she's a straight A student, quiet student. And I'm like, now this is the reason why we're disrespectful, because y'all trigger it.
Yeah.
By just going, y'all talk to us like we're y'all kids and we're not. Y'all don't know how to separate mommy from job, from teachers. So,
and there's a fine line, yeah.
So it's like y'all think because y'all, one, it is the same. If an adult disrespect you, you don't disrespect them back. I'm gonna tell you, I'm different. I am different. You disrespect me, I'ma disrespect you back 10 times worse. And if you go tell my mom, she's gonna curse me out. I'm gonna take that curse out, but I'm gonna be like, Mom, you have to understand.
Yeah.
It don't matter that I'm 18. You can't. I can understand if you disrespect me because I disrespected you first, but teachers disrespect you first, and then that's why they be trying to call the security to come get you out the. No, you can't do that because you disrespected me first. And I feel like because the rules that PG County has set in place, they use that to their advantage.
Right.
And that's why so many students are getting suspended over dumb stuff or getting put in school because they're using it to their advantage. Well, you can't talk to me like that. I'm going to call security. I'm going to get you suspended. You started it, so therefore, as us, as human beings, we're going to finish it.
Yeah.
Some people, they going to finish it with just silence.
Right.
Me, I have anger management problems. Okay. So some situations, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta voice your opinions and how you feel.
Yeah, pick and choose your battle.
Because see, with this teacher, she pushed it over the limit. Which she said, I let it go for the school year because I was told you need to graduate. Then come back up here and say what you need to say.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, school year over. She didn't come to school on senior prank day. She didn't come to work on senior prank day. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I was planning to do, but don't matter because every senior got kicked out of school on senior prank day. It don't. I had a full day schedule and I got kicked out of school.
Oh wow.
And I went on my school max and it said absent, didn't come to class. I said, hold up, absent. I got kicked out of school.
Yeah.
I tried to walk. This was me walking down the hall. They said, if you walk to class, you not graduating. I said, okay, bye. I'm going out the door.
Right. Like, I don't want a problem.
Yeah, but it's some situations you gotta let go or just let go for the moment. But in this situation, I ain't let it go. She think I'm letting it go because I haven't said anything.
Right.
But
see it.
Watch your back. Cause I was next to her at the stoplight on graduation day. With a mad face. But no, Flowers is a good school. I mean, yeah, I did like almost everything and quit everything in there because I felt like I waste people's time too much. So why not? But yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you one last thing before we get back into this. So doing you rap, other one, now you here. Do you want to continue in like broadcast, like radio and stuff like that? Like if you do, you want to do more like air stuff? You want to like do more like engineering side? Because I know we were talking about that big old board at 93.
P93. Yeah.
It was a little intimidating. So like what do you see yourself doing? Like if you decide to stay in radio or in broadcast.
Well, I would definitely stay in radio and broadcast.
Okay.
I have many more talents, but
yeah.
I'm too shy. Okay? I'm too shy. I can dance.
Okay.
Well, I can rap. Okay, I rap in the shower. Y'all don't judge me. I know.
Sing in the shower? Hey, you rap in the shower.
As soon as you ask me to rap, I'm be sitting there like this. As soon as I go get in the shower, I be...
Bars.
Just bars, yeah. But radio I would definitely do because I feel like within my talents I can expand when I stop being shy because I feel like they say I'm sleeping on my own talents right now. So they like, TT, when you finally wake up, I feel like using radio can also definitely help because it can expand my talents.
Yeah.
Because I consider myself as a multi-talent person. I write music, I love poetry. That's another reason why I say I won't work at Busboys and Poets. Okay,
yeah.
Let me know if they're hiring.
But you got a Busboys and Poets swagger though. Like whether you working there or whether you like actually like an artist like performing it, like you got that whole vibe.
Yeah, so because the art, more of art in general, I'm into art. Like I can draw. A lot of my art teachers were saying I have an artistic eye because I can sit here and draw something and not tell you what I drew because I don't know what I drew. I just drew anything, but it comes together as a piece at the end.
Right.
So I feel like radio would help because radio is like an art too, where you can express your different talents and share it out with people. So I would definitely continue with radio. Something that I will finish because I got a habit of starting stuff and not finishing it, okay?
But it's funny being like a highly like artistic person, like it's a lot of us do that, like I was
because we still trying to experience our different talents. So.
Exactly. So I mean, you're young, so you have plenty of room to explore, like what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying?
And finally stick to it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, radio, yeah, because I used to design customized shoes, then I stopped.
Yeah, I seen that on your social media, like designing shoes. I was like, what?
I stopped. I still do if anybody wants some, but it's been a crazy year on top of that because my other mother that you met, she recently lost her wife, which was my mom Duke. So it's been a crazy year.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't gonna go back to school after that.
Because I saw the RIP, but I didn't know who that was for. Was that for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her wife.
Yeah.
So it's been a crazy year. So I wasn't gonna go back.
Yeah.
But I was like, let me finish. I walk across stage with that. But I'm definitely gonna finish on radio. I'm gonna finish radio and I'm gonna do radio. So I feel like it's gonna help.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know whether that's the fire alarm or somebody try breaking the store or something. It's some craziness going on in Iverson Mall right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It's always craziness.
Look. They just kind of come with the territory. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? You ever been here. But, I just wanted to give people a introduction to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be seeing your face the whole summer. So, welcome to Bars. And I appreciate you being here. And, I hope you learned something along the way. I'll make sure of it. And I also want you to feel like, I meant to say this off air, but I'm going to say it to you on it. Like, I want you to feel like you are a part of Bars. Like, once you're here, you're family. I tell all the guests that. I tell anybody who's ever been here that, it's an open door policy. So, you're gonna be learning some stuff, and I'm not gonna be one of them slave driving people that have interns like, bro, run get me coffee. Like, I ain't gonna do that. Like, I'm not that dude, but I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you. And let me tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, she was here. What time was it? 9:15 this morning?
I got here 9:15, but let me tell y'all why. Because I'm currently working on getting my license and getting this vehicle in my driveway fixed. But I'm going to tell y'all why. Okay? I could have had my license, but I was just playing.
Yeah.
I could, but I was just playing. Probably because Merlin is a long process. And I don't know if y'all watched the news yesterday, but Merlin, I feel sorry for anybody that got their license in Merlin. Because they making y'all renew. Y'all got some. I forgot what they said, but Merlin just be doing too much. So I'm going for my test in DC actually tomorrow. And I was told the test is easy, but I was told around the end is when they ask you this question that can't nobody really figure to answer and get wrong.
Yeah, DC's tricky like that. I got my first license in DC when I was, still living in the city, and now I got a Maryland license.
Yeah, I was told a lot of my cousin said when she went, it don't matter how old the people was the day she went, everybody failed on the first try because of this one question. And she said I studied the book from the back of my hands, and none of that information was in that book. And I was like, I was told DC test is easy, but it's tricky. It gets you. It will move the questions or the answer of the questions around and try to trick you, but some of it is common sense. Right. So, no, y'all, Uber, pool. I got here early because one, it's traffic. I live by the FedEx field now. Y'all probably like, that's not far. If you drive, please don't comment, okay? Because you drive.
Right.
Y'all know with Uber, and when you carpool with Uber, they have to go pick up other people. So actually, today, my Uber, I was by myself. Nobody request, I think, because it was too early. But usually, I thought somebody would have requested because it kept saying my time was going to get here at 10 something. So I was like, let me just go now. Because my mom even said, why you so early? I said, Mom, Uber. If I did Uber X, I would have got here at 10:30, but Uber pool, I would have been like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be late today. Because Uber, they're disrespectful sometimes. They just be accepting a lot of people and then try to drop you off last when you the first one that got in the car.
That's right. Well, we gonna work something out so you ain't got to deal with pool and all that. You know what I'm saying? That sound like a pain in the butt. So.
Dude, money.
Yeah,
Metro's a pain in the butt too.
Right,
$2.
Right. Yeah.
How much I had on my car yesterday? Cause I had to go to my cousin's house to get the letter of recommendations and stuff for the DC thing to say I live in DC. I put $20 on my Uber. I'm left with $10 $20 on my Metro. I'm left with $10 on my smart trip because I had to go from Merlin to Southeast all the way to Uptown. Back to Southeast, back to Merlin, to PG.
Yeah.
So I'm broke.
Wait, man. Yeah, we gonna work something out. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass this test first try.
I can't have one of my star interns, spending way too much money to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we work that out. We talk about that.
Okay.
All right, so so that's the introduction, ladies and gentlemen, to TT. So you're gonna be hearing her voice, throughout the summer, you know, when we have our interviews and everything, and she's gonna be contributing as well. You know what I'm saying? Gonna work it out. All right, y'all. We're gonna play a couple of records before we close out the show for today. This is King Cobb with Wrecked on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Finger on black, crazy, BPM. Fresh home, wasn't to kill, no fear, going back. Catch ya, I belong in the hell is we going at. I don't give up, all my enemies be knowing that. Broad day, dark, see my enemies, I'm blowing that. Black, I come through, pull up on your set. Hop out with straight flex, full flex, everybody get wrecked. I come through, pull up on your set. Hop out with straight flex, full flex, everybody get wrecked. When we pull up, you gon' run for car full of killers. You know what we come for. Ready for the war. That war, that's what we brought guns for. Screaming, we want more. This beef at your front door. Tell them stop playing with me. Stop what they want, boy. Keep 2 pistols laying with me. Piss at the front door. That hoe was good for one. I don't think I want more. I'm trying to turn my hood up. This money we hunt for. You got it twisted if you think that I'ma stop. Blunt, rolling clock, holding middle finger to the cops. Step the stitches, cause these stitches starting to make a nigga hot. I'm the king of my city, MR.300 block. Chopper drum 100 shots. Type of shut down the block. SL5 bed in the top. Used to trap out near the spot. Went from weed to grams of rock. Flame on chefing up that pot. Let it sit, now that's that drop. When you see me calling cops, I come through, pull up on your set. Hop out with straight flex, full flex, everybody get wrecked. I come through, pull up on your set. Hop out with straight flex, full flex, everybody get wrecked. When we pull up, you gon' run for car full of killers. You know what we come for. Ready for the war. That war, that's what we brought guns for. Screaming, we want more. This beef at your front door.
Want to get down with the Bars Revolution? We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bars On Air.
This is from my riding clean through the city, pull up at a two-bar, get a band, all 20s, make it pop for the if that is sitting pretty, make it pop for the if that is sitting pretty.
I got no patience, I'm on probation. Two with me, both Haitian. Ride around and we get it split and we don't give up our location unless you got some money on you. Talking about them blue stripes, whipping like we ain't drunk. And I just finished like 2 pints. And we skirt up in that track spot on that back lot with no porch light. Said he like the puppies on me, but he trying to see what that horse like. Will there, baby, baby. It's Mr. Ed in my pants, baby. If you throw enough, I might open up, take a chance, babe. You scared to throw that motherfucking money on me? Let me see, I heard you was a motherfucking OG. I believe it, make it hot like a summer 03. Leave me sweating if you frontin' on that bread, I keep you guessing, little. Please, you been talking like you got a little something. You done asked for me, make it splash for me, stop frontin'. Please, you ain't noticed Mrs. Free, a different breed. If you really got some cash to make a splash, splash. Please, you been talking like you got a little something. You done asked for me, make it splash for me, stop frontin'. Please, you ain't noticed Mrs. Free, a different breed. If you really got some cash to make a splash.
Every time I look up, I see 20s in the sky. He just popped another rubber band, he finna make him fly. You got this and you got that, my baby, you ain't got to lie. If you really got the check, boy, I can see it in your eye.
I got no patience and I hate waiting. No passion, we ain't caking. Don't ask me about my real name, I got bills and I ain't making late payments. You ain't got no bank statement with that street money, what I came for. R.I.P. to that hot boy, we all of that wanna know how far go before he blow that back. He said that he ain't no trick, that he will. I don't know now. Better be sweet as syrup before you find out what this butter's worth. Don't even look. You wanna see you, show me something first. Please, you been talking like you got a little something. You done asked for me, make it splash for me, stop frontin'. Please, you ain't noticed Mrs. Free, a different breed. If you really got some cash to make a splash, splash. Please, you been talking like you got a little something. You done asked for me, make it splash for me, stop frontin'. Please, you ain't noticed Mrs. Free, a different breed. If you really got some cash to make a splash, splash.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah, that was Kiana Reed with Splash. Shout out to Kiana Reed, one of our biggest supporters of the show, you know what I'm saying, over the past couple of months or so. And before that, we had King Ka with Wrecked. Shout out to King Ka and 300 Block Music Group. Yeah, definitely want to make sure I shout out a lot of the people that were peeking their heads in on Facebook Live. Shout out to my main man BJ, was tuned in earlier. Shout out to Vance. I don't know whether it's Levy. I don't know. Vance. Levy. Shout out to Vance. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you tuning in, brother. And once again, shout out. I wanted to read my man Calvin. I wanted to read his comment that he put while TT was talking. He said, "Trust me when I say I understand being shy is a major deterrent from following your passions. Work on the shyness and continue to cultivate your talents. I definitely encourage you to continue radio. It's helped me tremendously." And one of the things me and TT were talking about off air was the fact that, you know, like, it really does, and she even alluded to it, like, it really does open you up to doing a lot of the other things that you want to do creatively. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out my man Calvin for that comment. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this real quick before we wrap up the show.
It tastes just like it smells. Delicious.
Right before you take that long-awaited break and get your grub on, come and get a hefty helping of life and laughter, courtesy of stories about our beloved Team Bars El Capitan. It's time for Luncheon with the Misses, only on Bars.
All right. So I'm gonna try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. So the Mrs. Hopefully she's watching. If she's not, she's gonna catch it on the replay. So she's been real sentimental over the past couple of days because our son, he's going to kindergarten in the fall, and like it's just a matter of like seeing how big he got. Like you go from the point where he like ain't got no teeth and like making all the noise and like trying to like square up on somebody. It's like, bro, you ain't got no teeth. How you gonna square up on anybody? You know what I'm saying? From that point to him first learning how to walk, he'd take 11 steps, then he'd fall. You know what I'm saying? And now like all he does is like shoot around the house and run and jump and do everything crazy and like, about to go to kindergarten. I mean, it's one of those things, like, especially as, a woman, like this little boy like grew in her stomach, and like all the stuff that she went through in order to bring him here. And now like it feels like that point where you feel like you're losing your child. You know what I'm saying? So like she went to, like last night we were talking about it, and she goes in this room like he's supposed to just be up making a whole bunch of noise. So like she go in the room one time, like she go in there like, I want to go in there and give him kisses. I was like, all right. Hey, like, what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. So then like she go in there, she's like in there with him for like 10 minutes. I'm sitting there watching. I think I'm watching like General Hospital or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I watch General Hospital. But like she go in there with him and like she chilling out, and then like she's getting all sentimental and nostalgic about like when he, when we brought him home from the hospital. Like so small, he fit pretty much right in my hand.
It's the separation anxiety.
Yeah, there it is. That's exactly what it is. So like, and then we talking about it some more. Like he's still making noise. He in the room like, Mommy, I can't sleep. So she's like, I'm gonna go in there and hold him. So she goes in there for like another 10 minutes. I'm like, you big softy.
Spoiled.
So I always tease her like, cause I mean, like it's something about a mother and a child, period.
It's the connection.
Right,
it's
exactly.
The interconnection.
Right, but it's a little different, like with a mother and son. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's a saying that I always quote. Somebody told me a long time ago, like parents love their kids, period. But it's a little bit extra love. Like mothers love their sons, train their daughters. Fathers train their sons, love their daughters. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just one of those things where it's just like, like you said, separation anxiety. But I had to tease a little bit, but I get it. Because sometimes like I watch him, and I think it's not as much anxiety for me as it is just amazement, like seeing like where he's come from. And for me, it's like
seeing the growth,
right?
The different,
right? Exactly. Yeah. So it's gonna be all right, baby. Be all right. Yeah. So let me definitely make sure I shout out all the Geminis out there, because we gotta do our birthday shouts before we close out. Shout out to Bruce Johnson, Channel 9. We are actually Facebook friends, y'all. And Zinga and my Aunt Betty, they celebrating birthdays today. So happy birthday to all of y'all. My man Ramin Semantics, dope rapper by the way. Lindsay and Olivia Sade, who we played earlier today. They'll be celebrating birthdays tomorrow. Tomorrow, actually, the official date of the 1-year anniversary of Bars. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've not been shut down. I'm still on air. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow is the official anniversary. Shout out to Janae, Connie, Mark, Stevens, Sheikah, and Sheeta the twins. They'll be celebrating birthdays on Friday. Taryn, Daniel, Burton, Tammy, and Sharice. Sharice, who's the first person. I can't tell you how many people done told me I look like Mike Epps.
Oh.
I don't always see it, but so many people have told me this. They call me Day. She was calling me Day Day. You know what I'm saying?
Day Day off of Friday.
That's right.
Day Day, Craig, Smokey.
Exactly. So all of them gonna be celebrating birthdays on Sunday. West Farrell, shout out to you, celebrating birthday June 10th, and Reverend John Daniels, Eris T. Scales, who we had on the show last September during DC Startup Week. Marlo, who works at my job, shout out to Marlo, and Julene, they'll be celebrating birthdays on next Tuesday. So shout out all the Geminis out there. And of course, we gotta close out with this right here.
Words of wisdom to get you through the rest of your week. These are the bars for life.
Capricorn. Okay. Okay. All right. Shout out to the Capricorns out there.
Capricorn.
Yes, indeed. My late mother-in-law, she was a Capricorn. Yeah. Yeah.
See, what are we? It's on my charm. Humorous, ambitious, patient, and funny. Crazy.
True.
Crazy.
True. I can co-sign that.
But I'm chill. I lied.
Yeah.
I lied. I'm chill to a certain extent, but we all crazy. That's people just be pushing our buttons. But you got some Capricorns that over the years learn how to, when people push you, you just let it go. See me, I let it go, but we build it up as we let go.
Right.
Explode.
No, trust me, I'm all about that. So the boss for life for this week is from Eric Thomas, who's also known as E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. He says, "Don't quit. You're already in pain. You're already hurt. Get a reward from it." And that's a really powerful quote when you really think about it, because it's like the process of getting to the reward is painful. It is hurtful, and you deal with a lot. Like, you have to go through a lot of growing pains, a lot of disappointment, a lot of setbacks,
a lot of L's.
Yeah, a lot of L's. But you're
come
already
out win at the end.
Exactly. And you have a testimony to give to somebody else to let them know, like, when they're going through, like, look, it's not going to be easy. If you think this road is going to be easy, you're fooling yourself. But you already in it. Get a reward from it.
Be patient. It's only easy if you handed royalty and gold.
Exactly. So, boss for y'all take with y'all for the rest of the week. Definitely want to make sure I shout out once again, thanks to Badhumn Arthaus for coming through, specifically Dimensions, and Lord Better for coming through. Appreciate those brothers coming through. Y'all gonna be hearing more music from them, best believe. Also shout out my intern, TT. You know what I'm saying? First day here. How was day number one on bars?
Day number one was good. It was great, a lot of energy.
Good, very good. Yeah, that's
tired. I kept yarning. Then I had to sneeze, but I had to hold it in.
You know what's funny? Here's a trick. Look upward. Anytime you guys sneeze, just look up. Most times it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
When I hold it in, burn my nose.
Oh God!
I was like this.
Nah, don't do that then. Yeah, so make sure y'all continue to tune in today to Win DC Radio. We have DMV Culture Club from 6 to 8 p.m. and also Grind Season Radio from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com, the Win DC Radio app. Many of these shows available on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media. We're gonna go ahead and close the show out, of course, with some music. This is The Dirty Church, Tim Hicks, Jim Vance, old DC, real DC, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Tim Hicks, had him here a couple of weeks ago. And next week, make sure y'all stay tuned in. We have two special guests. We have Kenethia Austin, who is the mother, I don't know if a lot of you have heard about, but she is the mother of Marquise Austin, who was shot last year by the police, shot and killed last year by the police. So we're going to be having her on next Wednesday, because next Wednesday will mark a year since he was tragically murdered by MPD. And so we're going to have her talking about that whole situation. And also that's going to be at 11:15, and then at 12 o'clock we're going to have Roan and Train, who are going to be talking about their music and promoting their upcoming concert on July 6th. So you definitely want to make sure y'all tune in for that, for next week's show. Everybody, please, I appreciate Team Bars. Y'all coming through every single week. Y'all keep me motivated, keep us motivated right here on Bars. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. Love and appreciate each and every last one of you. And yeah, y'all have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see y'all right here next week for the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. See y'all next week, y'all. Peace.
Welcome home, baby. Welcome home. I want to welcome y'all niggas to DC. Nah, DC, not the DMV, DC. Niggas don't remember old Jim Vance. Twitter beats, Snapchats, and hashtags. Getting fatter off implants. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder sometimes. Niggas don't remember old Jim Vance. Twitter beats, Snapchats, and hashtags. Getting fatter off implants. It's like a jungle sometimes. Calvin Cheney for 3. I see shark biting, niggas still grinding they teeth. I got bullets in my psalms, big arms like George Muir's arm. Bombs, my words cause alarm at the Pentagon. Music full of jaw, even Stephen A. through the odds. Strange truth, fake news, GMOs paying dues. 4-5, it's a grab, hands in the cookie bag. Lucius got caught lying, the empire's looking bad. Michael Idols, Ico, Micro, Nigo, Psycho, Nitro, find your Bible. Premiere with a box cutter, Mo Preem, Pac's brother. Earth giving birth through these bars, son, like Pac's mother. I'm not none of you niggas, I'm not shucking for millions. I'm not famous, I'm Billy, I mop up in the building. I got love for the children, I got people in prison, so I'm screaming Mumia. I'm not up in my feelings, they got just in Bentleys. I got freedom and vision, my brain rocking that pinky. I'm still minding my business for real. I am a witness that God's right in the distance. My squad been in the trenches, Rashad Dobbins my witness. I shoot hollows at the Don Dada. I got a pill they could swallow, Harvey Grant goggles. They been knocking with a slash knuckle. My last hustle gave the streets dance fever through the calf muscle. The rough draft, so labels don't wanna pick me, cause I don't fit the Wale mold. I'm old city, grew up right up on that east side. I'm not from the DMV. Marion was my mayor, my sister went to HD. You still can't fuck with my lines, I tongue kiss them. Breaking hearts with my pretty brown eyes, mint condition of the arts. Isley brothers at dark, I'm footprinting. Hooks written, books sprinting, spilling that good feeling to the people getting bye-bye. See the weed smoke in the twilight, PD Greenbelt on my Marshawn, I'm a beast mode, see the highlights. Alright, Kendrick, we gon' be alright. Maybe no abortions, can we say to babies? Cause true religion ain't gonna save you. My rhymes push back minds like inclines and stair climbs. Ric Flair airtime, that's in my spare time. Welcome to the grind, fly, Mike Airlines.
Now Jim Vance with Today in Washington. Good morning, it's 50 degrees at 8:25. Cloudy and cooler today, a high near 60.
Bars.
That's it?
I did it. Mommy did it?
Yes.
Oh.
Say the bars.
You want to do bars?
Bars.